Hi guys, math today, lesson 102. We're talking about mass and weight, which sounds like a science lesson, right? But it is not. It is our math class today. So it's page 533, if you're not there already. It tells us that physical objects are composed of matter. The amount of matter in an object is its mass. So in the metric system, we can measure mass by milligrams, grams, and kilograms. So there's a little chart down there that gives a few examples. For instance, a paperclip is 1 gram. A grain of salt is 1 milligram. A book, like your math book, is 1 kilogram. It also tells you that 1 milligram equals, 1,000 milligrams equals 1 gram, and 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. So it's nice to know those little conversions. So they also give you some fun little facts. So the amount of matter in a person, so if you went to outer space, it would not change. Your matter is the same. What you're made up of is the same, right? Your mass would not change. But we're also talking about weight. Now, we all know that when we go to space, if you go to space, you're weightless, right? So your weight can change in space. And so in the book, it says the weight of an object can change with the changes in the force of gravity. For example, astronauts who are in orbit feel no gravitational force, so they experience weightlessness. An astronaut who weighs 154 pounds on Earth weighs 0 pounds in a weightless condition. Although the weight of the astronaut has changed, his or her mass has not changed. So weight can change, but mass cannot. Okay? And then it also says the U.S. customary system, which is the one we use mostly. So we use ounces, pounds, or tons in that if we're using the customary system, U.S. customary system. So on Earth, an object with a mass of 1 kilogram weighs about 2.2 pounds. Now you're going to need to know that because they're going to ask you that in the lesson. It's on page 534, and it's at the right, it's a sentence right above the pictures. So right before the envelope, the shoe, and the car. So an envelope or a letter weighs about 1 ounce, a shoe weighs about 1 pound, and a small car weighs about 1 ton. We know 16 ounces equals 1 pound and 2,000 pounds equals 1 ton. Now, when we get to the examples, it says 2 kilograms is about how many grams? Well, we know from this chart on the previous page that 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. So if you have 2 kilograms, you have 1,000 twice. So you have 2,000 grams. The next part is a little harder. So it says some measures are given using mixed units. So for example, Sam might finish a facts practice test in 2 minutes and 34 seconds. The minutes and the seconds are the mixed units. His sister may have weighed 7 pounds 12 ounces when she was born. Pounds and ounces, 2 different units of measure. The following example shows how to add and subtract measures in pounds and ounces. So I'm going to show you this because you got to know a few things because we got to borrow sometimes. So if you have 7 pounds 12 ounces plus 2 pounds 6 ounces, adding is a little different. We just add it up. So you write it, you have to write the label. So this would be 18 ounces and this would be 9 pounds. Okay, so we know that when we have 18 ounces, right, we have gone over 1 pound because we just learned that there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. So we have to convert this 18 ounces into pounds and ounces. So it's really like adding a whole pound. So now we're going to have 10 pounds because we took the 16 ounces off here, added it to the pounds, and that leaves us with 2 ounces left over. So our final answer is 10 pounds 2 ounces. So after you add, you have to make sure you convert and make them into the smallest ounces and pounds that we can get, or the most accurate, right? The next one, you do that when you're subtracting, you do it while you're subtracting. So this one says, let me turn this over and write it. It says 9 pounds, 10 ounces minus 7 pounds, 12 ounces. Okay, now just like anything, we're going to subtract. Now, can we take 12 from 10? We can't. Okay, so you have to borrow a whole pound and turn it into ounces. So we're going to borrow a whole pound, which makes this an 8. And when we add our ounces back in, our pound back in, we have to add it in ounces. We know 16 ounces equals a pound. So 16 plus 10 is going to make this 26. Okay, so now we have 26 ounces minus 12 ounces, and that becomes 14 ounces. Okay, and 8 minus 7 is 1. So we have 1 pound, 14 ounces. Okay, so you have to do a little thinking here. These aren't just straight out problems anymore. Okay, you have to convert the units of measure. I think that's about it for our lesson today. If you have questions, make sure you get a hold of me somehow on the stream or text me. You can call me. If I don't answer, leave a message. I'll call you back. Let me know if you have any trouble and we'll get it figured out. All right, here you go.